is Juanita Rios, and we are the Powerpuff Women. We will be presenting to you Listening Matters, enhancing personal and professional relationships through our daily lives. Our team members are Camila Vivanco, Delilah Perez, Haley Martinez, myself, Juanita Rios, Rhonda Lopez, and Ruby Peña. Listening is one of the most important communication skills, yet it's often overlooked or undervalued. Listening means hearing what someone is saying, understanding, and providing a thoughtful and appropriate response. Effective listening builds stronger relationships, clear communication, and facilitates context for understanding. There is many fundamental benefits of how listening can be understood and presented to us in a professional and personal matter. Giving one's attention to someone, whether at work or at home, all goes into a listening effort. In this presentation, Haley Martinez will define the understanding of listening. We will then continue with Rhonda Lopez, explaining to us the benefits of effective listening. Ruby Peña will detail barriers to effective listening, and Camila Vivanco will explain to us techniques for improving listening skills. We will continue with Delilah Perez with a practice of how interactive listening works. I will return to you to summarize how this workshop ends and if you have any questions. Go ahead, Haley.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. And thank you, Juanito, for the introduction. For my slide, I'm going to be defining listening and differentiating between active and passive listening, while also discussing the sociology and emotional components of listening. These 3 points will help you better understand listening. Okay, starting off. How we define listening in communication. In communication, listening is defined as the process of receiving, interpreting, recalling, evaluating, and responding to verbal and nonverbal messages. It's not enough just to hear the speaker. It's about understanding the message being said and its significance. Once you understand the message, you can begin to develop a thoughtful response. When it comes to listening, there are two main types: active and passive listening. Active listening is about being present and fully engaged in the conversation, making an effort not just to hear the words being spoken, but to the whole message being said. That also includes understanding the speaker's emotions. Passive listening is when you hear the speaker. However, you are not actively engaged in the conversation. It's pretty much a one-way communication. You are listening to the speaker, but not responding to them. So the takeaway here is active listening involves focus, intention, comprehension, and meaningful responses, while passive listening is characterized by a lack of engagement and minimal effort to understand the speaker's message. Finally, listening goes far beyond simple words. It's a dynamic process with significant psychological and emotional dimensions. The psychological and emotional components of listening are interconnected. Some psychological components include being focused, being able to retain information, and providing feedback. Some emotional components include being aware of one's emotions, being able to build trust, and understand and acknowledge the speaker's feelings. That concludes my slide. I will now hand the mic over to my colleague, Rhonda.
Hi, Haley. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to be covering, let's see, essential skill that impacts our personal and professional lives, effective listening. The importance of listening is more than just hearing words. It is about understanding the message behind them. Let's explore the amazing benefits of honing our listening skills. Some benefits of personal context. It fosters trust. When we listen actively, we show we value the other person's thoughts and feelings. This open communication builds trust. For example, imagine a friend confiding in you. Your attentiveness reinforces their confidence in you and strengthens your bond. It also is great for improving understanding. Effective listening enhances our comprehension of others' perspectives. It's not merely about receiving information, it's also about empathizing. This skill helps clarify misunderstandings in relationships, leading to deeper connections. Another benefit is enhances relationships. Being a good listener contributes to fulfilling relationships. It allows us to connect on a more emotional level and respond more genuinely. As we listen, we not only understand, but better also create an atmosphere where others feel safe to share and engage. The benefits of this in a professional context increases productivity. In a workplace setting, effective listening can lead to higher productivity. When we listen carefully during meetings, for example, we can grasp tasks and expectations better, reducing mistakes and increasing efficiency. Encourages collaboration and teamwork. Good listening fosters a collaborative environment. A workplace that emphasizes listening encourages team members to share ideas and opinions openly. This collaboration promotes innovative solutions and shared goals. Enhances leadership skills. For leaders, effective listening is crucial. When leaders listen to their team, it shows respect and appreciation, which can motivate and inspire. Plus, understanding team dynamics helps leaders make informed decisions that benefit everyone. Discussion of key points. Trust. Remember, trust is a foundation of any relationship. By actively listening, we demonstrate our commitment to understanding the other person, thus creating a safe space for open dialogue. Understanding and empathy. Effective listening is all about empathy. It encourages us to see situations through others' eyes, which enriches our interactions and nurtures mutual respect. Relationship goals. Overall, whether at home or work, good listening is instrumental in developing meaningful relationships. It's our bridge to connecting, fostering alliances, and promoting a positive environment. Today, we discussed how effective listening cultivates trust, improves understanding, and enhances relationship in both personal and professional realms. It's a simple yet powerful skill. I encourage you to participate active listening in your daily interactions. You'll be amazed at how it transforms your connections. Thank you for joining me today, and let's pass this over to, is it Ruby or Camila?
It's me, yes.
Okay, there you go, Ruby. Thank you.
So we're going to start discussing the barriers that can happen when trying to achieve effective listening. Those examples can be illustrating impact on communication, assumptions, and emotional responses such as anger or frustration. Let's continue on towards assumptions. If we could please go to the next slide, please. Thank you. An assumption is a forming of an opinion before another can get their message through. This can be impacted towards a person as dismissive or creating tension. An example for an assumption, like here down below, you can see a person named Isaiah speaks towards his classmate who has an idea for their essay topic, while his classmate dismisses his idea before bringing his own idea to words, creating tension, if you will. A bias barrier that can not accomplish effective listening. Moving on to an emotional response that can disrupt effective listening. When responding out of aggression, encouraging escalation instead of effectively listening with reason. Here are some examples down below as we can see and take a look to give more clarity to an emotional response barrier and results to mistrust. So frustration or anger can result to people or a group in mistrust and can disrupt the communication going on between the group. If you take a closer look and read through the examples, you can see briefly how one can illustrate each form of barrier. Moving on to Camila, will now explain the techniques for improving listening skills. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruby. Hello, My name is Camila Vivanco, and my slide is about techniques for improving our listening skills. Active listening skills is about being fully present in a conversation with someone else, making them feel heard. So let's break it down. On the left side, I talk about the 7 techniques and how to train our active listening skills. The first one is paraphrasing. This means restating what the speaker told you in your own words. For example, so you went to the theater, right, after going to work. The second one is verbalizing emotions. Say something like, that sounds fantastic, if the conversation calls for it, to help the speaker feel heard. Ask questions, especially if they're open ended, since it helps show genuine interest. For example, do you want a Whataburger? If you get confused or something is not clear, clarify what is needed. Like, just to be clear, this happened the same day, right? Encourage the speaker. Small cues like nodding or phrases like, go on, I'm listening, helps them feel supported. Balance. Stay aware of your own emotions and help the other person process theirs. For example, how do you feel after it happened to you? Finally, summarize the main points of what the person said to you to make sure you both understand. For example, so you went to the theater after work, then went to Whataburger after this happened. On the right side of the slide, I put a few leader-focused listening techniques. First, avoid any kind of interruptions. Let the person finish first before speaking, since it helps maintain the flow of the conversation. Second, use nonverbal communications like eye contact, body posture, and facial expressions. This helps the speaker know that you're fully there. Third, manage distraction. Put away your phone or set them in mute and close your laptop. This helps the person see that you're showing them respect by small actions. And lastly, ask open ended questions that invite thoughtful answers. Thank you. And I will give this next slide to my partner, Delilah Perez.
Hey everyone. So today I'm going to talk about it is an active listening, interactive listening. Give me one second. So today we're going to do a powerful but short activity to help us become better listeners. Listening is just as important as speaking when it comes to great communication. This activity will help you practice active listening where you can give someone your full but undivided attention. Listening helps us build trust and respect with others, whether it's school, work, or with friends and family. Showing that you truly hear somebody can make a big difference. So let's get some hands on practice. Please turn to somebody nearby and pair up. Decide who will be person A and who will be person B. Person A, you're going to tell a short story for 1 minute. It can be anything about your weekend, something you love, or a funny moment. Active listening reminders. Person B, your job is to be fully present. Make eye contact, show interest by nodding or smiling, and don't interrupt. After that minute is up, you'll summarize what person A said in about 30 seconds. Then you'll switch roles. You may have noticed that it feels really good to be listened to without any distraction. That's the power of active listening. The more we use this skill, the better our relationships and communication will be. Great job, everybody. Now I want you all to think about these questions, about reflect and discuss. How did it make you feel? How does it feel to be fully listened to? Was it easy or hard to summarize? What did you notice about your attention? This simple exercise shows how powerful active listening can be in both personal and professional life. Being truly present can improve communication, build trust, and avoid misunderstanding. Listening is just more than being heard. It's about showing respect and understanding. Now I'm going to pass it off to Juanita for our closing ending of our conclusion.
Thank you, Delilah. So, as we went ahead and presented our understanding benefits, barriers to effectiveness, and techniques for improving listening skills, we hope you showed clarity in each and every aspect. Listening not only helps us, it helps others. Professional and personal listening takes a lot of understanding when a person sincerely looks for you to talk about a situation. When a colleague or a family member comes to speak with you, that means they confide in you. Put effort and time into that other person. Pay attention to their gestures and let them talk it out to you. Once they are done expressing themselves, give them thanks for seeing the value of the person you are to listening to them as they trusted you to tell their concerns. After that, if there is any advice or suggestions for you to give them, it's the right time to do so. Like Brian McGill said, one of the sincerest forms of respect is actually listening to what another has to say. If there is any questions you have, please bring them up. If not, we are all done with this presentation. Thank you guys.